Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. There's been a whirlwind of speculation swirling around the NFL lately, and it's got Green Bay Packers fans on the edge of their seats. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing with whispers that the Tennessee Titans, currently sitting at a disappointing 1-11 record, are about to make a blockbuster move that could shake up the entire landscape of the league, and more specifically, the NFC North. The word is that the Titans, who are caught in a full-blown rebuild, are considering trading their all-pro defensive tackle, Jeffrey Simmons, to the Green Bay Packers. Now, if you're a Packers fan, you probably already know how impactful this could be, but let's break it down because this isn't just any trade, it's potentially a game-changer. Sources close to the league, echoing insights from Adam Schefter, suggest that the Titans are open to parting ways with Simmons, who's been a dominant force on the interior defensive line. The Titans are in a tough spot, especially with their defense leaking points, an alarming 27, 3 points per game, and a total rebuild looming. The plan, it seems, is to accelerate their draft tanking strategy, focusing on landing a franchise quarterback in next year's draft after their recent struggles with Will Levis, who, let's be honest, has yet to show he can carry the team. With Levis, current rating of 78.2, it's clear they're looking for a more reliable long-term solution, and a trade for a high-impact player like Simmons could be part of that puzzle. Now, Simmons, at just 31 years old, is a colossal presence inside. Over his career, he's amassed 25, 5 sacks, and boasts an impressive 89. 6 overall grade from PFF, placing him among the top defensive tackles in the league. He's especially dominant against the run with a run defense grade of 92, one which ranks first among all DTs. His 2025 stats are pretty eye-opening. In just 11 games, he's recorded 45 combined tackles, 6 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and 28 quarterback hits. He's also been highly efficient with a +2. 3 EPA per stop, and he's often double-teamed, about 48% of the time, yet still manages to wreak havoc on opposing offenses. What's most impressive is that Simmons has avoided serious injuries since 2023, with only a minor knee injury in 2024. His pressure rate of 3.2 per game projects to around 12 sacks for the full season, which would be a career high for him. PFF's WAR metric values Simmons at 2.9, comparing him favorably to Aaron Donald at his peak in 2019, and his 1.8 stops per game surpass those of Kenny Clark, the Packers' own star defensive tackle. This kind of talent doesn't come around often, and adding Simmons to a Packers defense that's already showing promise could elevate their overall performance significantly. The Titans, meanwhile, are making some interesting choices. They're freeing up about $26 million in cap space, primarily to bolster their offensive line and draft a quarterback. Yet their interior defense is crumbling, ranking 31st in run defense and allowing a +2. 1 EPA per rush. Their run defense has been particularly porous, giving up 18% more EPA per rush than last year, and they're facing the real possibility of collapse if they don't shore things up soon. It's a classic case of a team prioritizing the future at the expense of the present, and Simmons could be the missing piece to either rebuild around or flip for future assets. Now, for the Packers, this couldn't be coming at a better time. Sitting at 8-3-1 and with solid playoff odds at +950, Green Bay is in a prime position to make a deep postseason run. Their defensive line has taken some hits, especially with the injury to Kenny Clark, who has been a key player for years. The addition of Jeffrey Simmons, paired with Clark when healthy, could form one of the most formidable interior duos in the league. Imagine a front featuring Simmons and Clark, both elite run stoppers and pass rushers. Their combined presence could raise the Packers' D to a top 5 sacks unit, potentially tallying around 48 sacks total, which would be a huge boost to their overall team performance. Offensively, Jordan Love continues to impress. With over 794 yards passing, a 67% completion rate, and 19 touchdowns, he's been showing steady growth this season. His pocket presence and decision-making have improved, and the extra time he'd get with Simmons penetrating the pocket could open up even more opportunities for the Packers' offense. Not only that, but Love's EPA per pass has jumped by 12%, making him more efficient and dangerous, especially when paired with the improved pass rush that Simmons could bring. The run game, led by Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, has been effective, but with Simmons helping to clog running lanes and generate pressure, defenses will have a tougher time slowing Green Bay down. Looking at the bigger picture, the addition of Simmons could significantly alter the playoff picture. The current Super Bowl odds for the Packers are at plus 700, and a dominant pass rush with Simmons could make them even more dangerous come postseason time. Historically, teams that bolster their trenches tend to do well in the playoffs, and Simmons' presence could be the X factor that pushes Green Bay over the top. In terms of playoff stats, Simmons has been a force, with a 95% success rate against doubles and averaging 2 stops per game postseason. His ability to disrupt defenses in critical moments could double their chances of making a deep playoff run, especially with NFC rivals like the Lions and Vikings also fighting for playoff positioning. This potential trade echoes the recent deadline deals that saw contenders bolster their trenches with impactful defensive linemen. The move for Simmons would not only send a message that Green Bay is aiming for Super Bowl glory, but also reshape the division's balance of power. The NFC North, long dominated by the Vikings and Lions in recent years, could see the Packers rise to become a true force with this upgrade. The idea of a Green Bay wall of Simmons and Clark, combined with the team's improving offense, paints an exciting picture of what's possible in Lambeau Field in the coming months. Now, it's not just about the immediate impact. Simmons' leadership and elite play could set a new standard for the Packers' defense, inspiring younger players and elevating the entire unit. His experience and proven ability to make game-changing plays, especially in crucial moments, could turn tight games in Green Bay's favor. Plus, the financial flexibility the Titans are creating might make this trade feasible, especially if they're willing to accept future draft picks like a first round in 2026 and a third round in 2027. For Green Bay, acquiring Simmons would be a clear statement of intent, an all-in move to chase that Lombardi trophy once again. And let's not forget the history here. The Packers have always been a team that believes in investing in their defense, especially along the line. From the days of Reggie White to Clay Matthews, having disruptive pass rushers and stout run stoppers has been a core part of their identity. Simmons fits perfectly into that mold, and his addition could reignite that fierce, relentless style of defense that has made Lambeau Field a fortress for decades. The fans have seen the Packers develop dominant defenses before, and with Simmons in the mix, it's easy to imagine that tradition continuing and even reaching new heights. Looking ahead, the NFL landscape is shifting, and this move could be the catalyst that propels the Packers into serious Super Bowl contention. With Simmons and Clark anchoring the defensive front, the team can focus on improving their pass rush, forcing turnovers, and creating more third-and-long situations for opponents. Offensively, Love has shown flashes of brilliance, and with a more aggressive defense, the Packers could turn close games into comfortable wins. Their special teams have been solid, and if the defense can step up and produce more turnovers, Green Bay's chances of hoisting Lombardi again become even more realistic. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade materializes, but the signs point toward a potential blockbuster. The Titans are clearly looking toward the future, and Simmons, with his elite skill set, could be the missing piece for the Packers to finally break through and claim another Super Bowl title. This kind of move would not only energize the locker room, but also send a message to the entire league that Green Bay is back in the hunt, serious about adding the best pieces they can to go all the way. In the end, fans of the Green Bay Packers should be excited about the possibilities. The NFL is unpredictable, and the playoff race is tightening, but with a move like acquiring Jeffrey Simmons, the Packers could turn the tide in their favor. Lambeau Field is known for its passionate fans and its history of rising to the occasion, and this potential addition could be the spark that ignites another championship run. Whether or not the trade happens, it's clear that the Packers are positioning themselves for a strong push in the final stretch of the season, and that's exactly what every fan wants to believe in. The road to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with Simmons' talent and the team's determination, Green Bay might just be on the brink of something special. As we keep our eyes peeled for updates, one thing is certain: the Green Bay Packers aren't done yet. They're ready to fight, to compete, and to chase greatness once more. And if this trade happens, oh boy, it could redefine everything we thought we knew about this team and their Super Bowl ambitions. So stay tuned, Packers fans, because the best is yet to come.